Hello, and welcome to Edelweiss University. Now that you've created an account, the next thing you need to do is to finish setting up your profile. Setting up your profile is going to be one of the most important things you do on Edelweiss. You want to ensure that your profile is as strong as you can make it. Why? Because a strong profile means that you're more likely to get approved when you request digital review copies. You should also make sure that if you are working at a library, that you are affiliated with the library's account rather than just having a profile under your name. If you don't have the library name as your account name, email support at Above the Tree Line and we can transfer you over. You can find your profile by clicking on either your initials or, if you've already added a picture, your picture in the upper right-hand corner. Then just go to your profile and account. What you'll see is the basic information: your name, your email address, the ability to change your password if you want, and the account that you're affiliated with. This is where you're going to want to check to make sure that your library appears there. If you want to change it, you can click on the little pencil icon. If you want us to transfer your account to the main library account, again, email support at abovethetreeline.com. You'll also be able to see whatever privileges that you have. If you're a regular Edelweiss user that is not using our analytics service, you probably won't see any privileges here, and that's fine. You don't need any to be able to use regular Edelweiss. What you're going to want to do is, if you want to add a picture, just click on the little icon here, and you can certainly add a picture. It's very small. You're going to actually add an image file with a recommended size of 300 by 300 pixels, which is pretty small. You can also find friends on Edelweiss by clicking on the Friends button, and you're going to type here to find a friend. You would just click here and type in that friend's name. Click on Enter, and it will search through Edelweiss to be able to find your friend. And then you can go ahead and add that person as your friend, or it will make a request in order for you to find that friend. You will also see, if you are affiliated with another Edelweiss library, you will see other people that are at your library also here. Next, you're going to want to enter in 3 or 4 bullet points that tell people who you are, what you do, and the reach that you have. This is going to be important because it's going to be able to sent with your digital review copy requests. More complete profiles are going to get more approvals because the publicists at the publishing houses are the ones that do the approvals for the digital review copies, not Edelweiss. So if they find that you have a good reach, that you're working with a library, and that you're thinking of purchasing their book, you're going to be much more likely to get approved. You're also going to want to add links to any kind of social media presence that you might have by just putting that in here. Again, the more reach, the more likely that you're going to be approved for digital review copies. Once you're finished, make sure that you click Save so that it saves the profile that you have. The next thing that we're going to want to do is set up your home page. Your default home page is going to look something like this. Each one of these individual gray boxes are called widgets. You can use the widgets to provide quick links to easily jump to frequently used items like tags, work lists, digital review copies, and you can customize them to meet your needs. You can set up multiple widgets of the same type as needed. For example, with digital review copies, if you're working at a library, there are the books that you read because you like to read them, and then there's the books that you're assigned to because those are what your subject area is. To add widgets, you just simply click on where it says Add Widget, and then you can choose from the options that you will have. So if you wanted to add another digital review copy widget, I would just click on Review Copies, click on Digital Review Copies, and a second digital review copy widget would be added on my home page. You can then customize this by adding saved filters, which we'll talk about in a little bit. To remove a widget from your home page, just click on the X, and that will make it go away. You can set up Edelweiss homepage to make finding your most relevant catalogs a lot easier. Again, you can add widgets to find the new catalogs. You can see there's a catalog search here. There's a widget here to find new catalogs. You're also going to see this publishers list widget here when you first log on. What you're going to want to do with the publishers list is go through and click the star next to those publishers that you know that you want to see every month when their new catalogs come out. It just makes it a lot easier, as I will show you in a minute, to just look at those and weed your way through all of the ones that you might not be interested in. For example, if you're a children's librarian, you're probably going to want to favorite the Scholastic book catalogs. To unfavorite, you just click on this. Once you've added all the publishers lists, the publishers on here, you can just click on this to remove the widget from your home page, as you're not going to really need it anymore. Once you go, you can find your catalogs by clicking on catalogs over here. You can look and see where those catalogs are going to be. So right now it's showing all publishers' catalogs in the last 3 months. You can change the time frame by clicking on this hyperlink here and say you just want to look at the ones in the last month. You'll notice that there's 400 catalogs listed here. But remember, we favorited a bunch of catalogs. So rather than you having to go through all 400 of these catalogs to find the ones that might be of interest to you, you can just go right to those that you've already favorited and find those that you might be interested in. If you're looking for a specific catalog within this group, you can look at this little search bar here that will search within a list. So if you were looking for the Penguin catalog, as you can see, it's looking for Penguin as I type. So you can go through and you can see here's the Penguin mass market catalog for this month. Makes it very easy to find whatever you're looking for. The final element to completing your profile are found under settings and preferences. So once again, we're going to click on our picture or our initials, go to settings and preferences, and you can select which headings are going to appear on your dashboard. So this is the dashboard. You can see the settings here. If you want to not see something, for example, you're not responsible for booking anyone into your library, you can just grab that and have it as an element not shown. Make sure that you hit save to save whatever you're doing. The next thing you might want to do is go in and look at the title view. So all of these are going to be what's shown for each individual title on that you view. So if you don't want to see something, for example, these things don't really apply to you, all you need to do is just grab it and move it over to the other side. So if you wanted to not see this, you would just move it over to the other side. Again, don't forget to hit save. The next element to set up is the point of sale system, which we have, which is going to be which wholesaler that you use. We support Baker & Taylor, Ingram, Brodarts Bibs, and many others. All you need to do is click on the down arrow and select that particular wholesaler. So in this case, I've selected iPage. You can also select Baker & Taylor. The reason that you're going to do this is so that if you do decide to create orders in Edelweiss, that the output that you export is proper and that can be inputted into your ordering system for either Baker & Taylor, Ingram, or Bibs. And that's it. That's all you have to do to set up. I hope you found this interesting, and now you can please move on to the next lesson.